Hi, my name is James Christian, and I'm the host of the College Alternative Podcast, the podcast that shows you how to excel in careers that don't require traditional college. I just wanted to take this time to introduce myself and to tell you a little story. Now, with this story, there are two different actors and how their choices in education greatly dictate their path in life. So with the first, graduation day is here. And this guy, we'll name him Greg, is all excited. It's a great time to be alive. Greg is graduating from high school and he's going on to college. It'll be the first time he's away from his parents. This is the point where he becomes an adult, fit to make his own decisions. Now, Greg really doesn't know what he wants to do in life, but heck, that's what college is for, right? He'll figure it out. College is just as much about life development as it is about studying and earning a degree. So Greg is now in college. It's an in-state public university, so he's only paying a little bit over $24,000 per academic year, which is about the average cost for a university of that type. He thinks back upon some of his other buddies who are attending private universities, and they're paying, on average, close to $48,000 per year, double what he's paying. So midway through his college career, Greg really doesn't like the major he's in, so he decides to switch majors. But this is okay. He finally is in an area of study that he really loves. Who doesn't like teaching? You got great hours, summers off, you're working with kids, molding and shaping their life. The only downside is that now it's going to take him 6 years to graduate versus his original 4. So now Greg is even more in debt. A couple of years later, Greg finally graduates with a teaching degree. Unfortunately, he isn't able to find a teaching job with just an undergraduate degree. Faced with either taking another low-skilled job that doesn't require a degree or going back to school to get a master's, he chooses the latter. A school would have to hire him then, right? Now Greg has a master's in education, and he finally gets picked up as a high school teacher in the town he truly wants to live in. Unfortunately, along the way with getting this perfect teaching job, Greg has racked up some pretty sizable debt, and he now is paying $350 per month for the next 10 years. And his English teaching position is really only paying him $34,000 per year. Now, Greg's friend Mel, he decides to go a different route. He's not really too sure on the whole college thing, so he explores his other options. Maybe he wants to become a small business owner. Maybe he wants to enlist in the military. Maybe he wants to learn a skill or trade. So, after looking over all of his options, he decides on plumbing. Now, it might not be the most glamorous job out there, but he does know that his dad got all pissed off when he had to pay $200 just for a plumber to show up in the middle of the night when one of their water pipes had suddenly burst. Not bad money, right? So Mel decides to call up the local plumbing company that had come out to his folks' house to talk with them a little bit about the job. Salary, hours, working conditions. And at the end of the conversation, he asks if they have an apprenticeship program, which they do. And upon graduating from high school, Mel is hired on as a plumbing apprentice. It takes Mel 3 years before he's able to complete the apprenticeship program at the plumbing shop, but during that time, he's learning all the ins and outs of plumbing, and he's getting paid on top of it, even though it's not all that much. Within 5 years of starting a career as a plumber, Mel is now looking at a salary close to $70,000, and he's considering starting his own plumbing company. He likes the idea that he can be his own boss, hire his own employees, and potentially pursue earning even more money for himself and for his future family. So, really what we have here, guys, are two different life paths. And for many of us out there in our 20s, 30s, 40s, going to college was what our parents considered to be the strong and safe path. And so a lot of people were pushed in that direction. Why wouldn't they take it? They didn't know or didn't have any other options out there. I was kind of the same way. I went to college, I received a 4-year degree, and then I proceeded to try to find a job. I couldn't find anything in the related career field that I that I wanted, so I ended up working a few jobs that didn't require a college degree, just so I could pay the bills. Now desperate, I took on additional schooling with the hope of getting hired on as a teacher. And that was going to be my intention, hopefully getting hired on as a teacher. And I know that my salary would have been pretty piss poor. And over the course of a teaching career, a teacher's salary really doesn't go up all that much. But thank God I got hired on into another career field, one that didn't require college, but one that also pays pretty extremely well. And I should have done that from the very start. And if I had, I would have been further along in my own career, but I didn't know any better, right? And that's what College Alternative Podcast is all about. Interviews with top professionals in skills and trades that don't require college degrees. Interviews with top employers on what they're looking for a potential hire. And interviews with top trade/vocational schools on how to increase your chances of enrolling in one of their trade programs. I want to give you guys options. I want to let you know what's out there so you can be happy in life and determine your own course, which is what we all want. So thanks for listening. Like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing. All right. And I'll catch you later. Thanks, guys.